Okay guys, welcome back to another video on our channel, and today we are taking a look at the MTZ in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. When I posted my video talking about some of the best guns this season to use, a lot of you guys in the comments said, Harry, you need to try the MTZ, it's an absolute beast in zombies. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. As you can see, fully kitted out, we've got tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 Pack-a-Punch crystals, legendary Aether tools, all of the good stuff that we are going to need to go straight into that tier 3 zone. But as you can see, at tier 1, just like any other gun does, it absolutely fries in the tier 1 zone. But there's no guns that don't fry in the tier 1 zone. They are all literally just ridiculously good in the tier 1 zone. So we're going to go straight into that tier 2 zone to see if it can just hold its own straight into the tier 2 without any upgrades. If not, we'll tier 1 Pack-a-Punch it. Then, of course, we'll start chucking Aether tools on, go into the tier 3 zone, yada, yada, yada. You know the process by now. Also, want to say a quick thank you to everyone that has been showing me love on the recent Zombies videos. The views have been doing absolutely amazing recently. All my last few videos have been doing really well, and you guys seem to be really enjoying them as well. So if you have been watching them, I really do appreciate you checking them out and showing some love on the videos. But also, if this is your first time on the channel, welcome in. I hope you guys are going to enjoy your time while you're here. But as you can see in tier 2, we've got a few zombies around me. All right, not ideal that a mangler's rocked up as well. It's not going to do... Oh, I'm out of ammo already. That is not the ideal situation that I want to be in right now. So what I'm going to do is just tier 1 Pack-a-Punch it, simply because it will just refill all of my ammo. Then in the tier 2 zone, we should be doing pretty good damage to all of these zombies that are going to be coming around, which doesn't look like it's going to struggle. In the tier 2 zone, at just tier 1 Pack-a-Punch. It's not the strongest gun. Like, there's definitely stronger guns in the tier 2 zone at tier 1 Pack-a-Punch. Actually, saying that, now that I'm starting to hit crit shots and line them up properly, this gun does seem to be melting through quite a lot of the zombies pretty quickly. We've got a mangler in front of us, as we know. We're going to let that start chasing me. But let's see how long it takes us to take down a mangler. It really shouldn't be too bad at all in the tier 2 zone. So, not ridiculously fast. That was just an awful play from me there. Absolutely terrible play. I wasn't even paying attention to what was around me. Let's just take some of these zombies out, try and, you know, get ourselves in a position where we're actually going to be okay, because I need to be a little bit careful. I haven't got any self-revives left or anything like that. So we'll take this mangler out. There's a mangler gone. We can then sit back, start taking out all of these zombies. But yeah, so far, the gun doesn't feel too bad at all. I do want to start obviously upgrading the rarity of it, putting the legendary Aether tools on, all that sort of stuff. That's when you can really start testing a gun. I just went straight into the tier 2 zone. A little bit too cocky, potentially. I was a little bit too ahead of what I was doing, assuming this gun was just going to melt everything. But forgetting I was in the tier 2 zone with only a tier 1 Pack-a-Punch gun, which isn't exactly the easiest scenario to be in with a lot of the guns in this game. But we should be able to drop this Mimic pretty quickly. It should literally be about to be down. There we go. Mimic dead. Rest of the zombies down. Absolutely perfect. It's really not struggling too much in this zone. But what we are now going to do is obviously tier 2 Pack-a-Punch it, which is when we start getting a real good feel for this gun and how good it is going to be within the tier 2 zone. Now it should just melt through these zombies with no problems at all. There we go. Yeah, I mean, literally 2 or 3 shots to the head on the normal zombies. Really isn't going to struggle within this tier 2 zone at the tier 2 Pack-a-Punch rarity. And as we saw, it's going to melt through the boss zombies as well in the tier 2 zone, only at tier 1 Pack-a-Punch. So by the time we tier 2 Pack-a-Punch it, it's going to be even stronger and even better, which is super, super reassuring. But as you can see, the zombies in the tier 2 zone are going to go down with absolutely no problem whatsoever. So I am tempted to go and jump straight into that tier 3 zone basically as soon as we possibly can, and then start seeing what it's going to be like at the highest level possible. And hopefully we get lucky and someone's going into the Dark Aether zone, because, again, I forgot to select the mission and I don't have all the stuff to go in there. But hopefully someone within this lobby is going to go into the Dark Aether zone so we can test it out there as well. So, guys, like I said, we're not going to mess around. We're going to jump straight into the tier 3 zone, see what sort of damage this gun can do in tier 3 at tier 2 Pack-a-Punch. Not ridiculously powerful. It is going to take us a sweet minute to get through the zombies. But that's why we bring in the legendary Aether tool, because that is where this should start performing really, really well. Legendary Aether tool, tier 2 Pack-a-Punch crystal. Of course, we do still have the ability to upgrade it to tier 3 Pack-a-Punch. But at tier 2 Pack-a-Punch with the legendary Aether tool, it seems like it's going to be dealing with the zombies pretty nicely, to be honest. It doesn't seem like it's going to struggle too much. And that's always a sign of a very solid gun in the tier 3 zone. As you can see, it's just melting through these zombies with no real problem whatsoever. So I'll be interested what it's going to be like against the boss. And of course, we've got that tier 3 Pack-a-Punch crystal to fall back on. So if we do struggle against the boss zombie at tier 2 Pack-a-Punch, we'll just straight up to a tier 3 Pack-a-Punch, and then we can see what sort of damage it is going to do there. But now that we've upgraded the rarity of this gun a little bit, I can see why a lot of you guys said, Harry, you need to try out the MTZ in the tier 3 zone, because it is actually a very, very viable gun to use. And it feels it. It feels like a very strong gun. It feels like it's going to take down hordes of zombies nice and easily with no real problem. I mean, as you can see, we've got a whole bunch of zombies around us here, which, as you can see, there's literally loads of them. It's not going to struggle to melt through a big horde of zombies like this. Like, this is where this thing is going to kind of perform really, really well, really nicely. It does just melt through the zombies with no real problem whatsoever. Like, as you can see, big hordes of zombies coming along, and it just melts through them. As long as you're hitting those crit shots and lining the zombies up, you're just going to get through those zombies with no problem whatsoever, which is really, really nice with this gun so far. I'm interested what it's going to be like against the boss zombies, because it's not always the case. If a gun's good against zombies, it's going to be good against bosses. So we're going to have to see if it is going to perform nicely against the bosses as well. So one perk I do feel like I actually do need is Speed Cola. The reload speed is a little bit slow on this gun. Like, if we just kill these zombies, as you can see, the reload isn't super fast. So Speed Cola, I feel like is definitely going to come in useful if we can go ahead and grab that from one of the machines. But other than that, I really don't have any complaints with this gun so far. I do kind of want to test it against the boss zombie in tier 3, whilst it's still tier 2 Pack-a-Punch before we go and upgrade it. And the only reason for that is I just kind of want to get a good feel for how much of an upgrade tier 3 is going to make it against the tier 2 zombies. So we start shooting this Disciple. Hopefully it's going to fly over towards us, which is exactly what's going to happen. We can now start testing this on this Disciple, which is right next to us. Tier 2 Pack-a-Punch, Legendary Aether Crystal. Really doesn't seem to be doing too bad of damage at all so far. Really nice damage on the Disciple, and that Aether Blade should finish it off absolutely perfectly, which really isn't a bad sign. So against the bosses, it feels like it's going to be very strong, but I am now going to tier 3 Pack-a-Punch this. Reason for it being, I simply just want to test this out at tier 3. It feels like it's going to be a very nice gun, and against the zombies, it should now just absolutely eliminate these with no problem whatsoever, which looks like it's going to be the case. Feels very strong. Yeah, this gun's actually ridiculous. I'm not going to lie. It's a very powerful gun. It's nice to know my teammates have loaded into the game, and just because I've come to tier 3, they've come to tier 3 and they're not really prepared for it at all. But we should be able to take these zombies down. I'll try and res my teammates for one last time, and then I'll go and find a Mega Abomination or something like that. Right, this is the last time I'm reviving my teammates. If they want to leave tier 3, go ahead and leave tier 3 because you're not prepared for it. So what I'm going to do is probably try and find a Mega Abomination or something, see what sort of damage we can do to one of those, and just really test this gun to its full limits. Like I said, I hope someone is going to be prepared for the Dark Aether Zone, because I'm not. I would like to get there and try this gun out because it does feel like it's going to be very capable in the Dark Aether Zone. And I can see why a lot of you guys recommended me to use this gun, because it is a very powerful gun. It feels kind of strong, and it just seems to do well against zombies and bosses, which is always a positive. But I mean, as you can see, these zombies line up and it just actually melts through them with no problem whatsoever. It is a ridiculously strong gun at this zone. Okay, so we did finally manage to get a Mega Abomination to spawn into. I've ran to like all the locations and not one spawned in. We finally get one spawned in. Let's see what sort of damage we can do to this. Let's just take out some of these zombies that are near us. Let it charge up its lips. There we go. I don't know why it's called it lips when it's a head or a mouth. I really don't know why I said that. But we are kind of frying right now. This gun just seems to be capable of everything. It really isn't struggling too much with... I mean, even the mobility on the gun feels kind of nice. We can get around pretty quickly. Like I said, wish I had gone and picked up Speed Cola, because it might have been a great thing for us to pick up, because it could have been really useful. Kind of hoping the Mega Abomination is going to open its mouth, which it doesn't look like it's going to as of right now, but we should be able to get some crit shots on it right there, which is very nice. Perfect. We can get some of them down. Few zombies around us, nothing too crazy. Mega Abomination is going to start firing its laser, and I believe that is the last head that it's got. I'm going to go down here. I need to be careful. Okay, so we didn't quite go down, which is always a positive. It's always a nice feeling when you don't quite go down. That can give us full plates. Perfect. Take down some of these zombies just to try and get a few of them out of the way, like so. Mega Abomination is now going to start firing its laser. That should be the last head gone, to be honest. That should take the Mega Abomination out. Oh, I've gone down. That was such a bad play. I forgot I didn't have self. The Mega Abomination is on literally 1 HP. It's ridiculous how low that is. Like, look, that Mega Abomination is basically finished, and I didn't realize I didn't have a self revive. So I'm going to get res from somewhere, and then we'll carry on. Okay, so I've just got up thanks to this guy right here. Mega Abomination has regened all of its health, so I need to be careful because I don't have Jug or anything like that. That was just a big L from me. That was just a huge L from me. These guys luckily are coming to revive me. We should be able to get around. So I do now need to go and get my perks back, because obviously we lose them when we go down. So that was just a bad play from me overall. Like, I'm not going to lie, it was just a terrible play. But this gun seems to do really good against the Mega Abominations. Like, it really doesn't struggle. I just played really badly there when I went down, which, again, it's my fault. Nobody else. Is simply all down to me just playing that really badly. Kind of annoying, because I would have liked to have kept my perks and went and bought Speed Cola. Is what it is, though. I'm not going to complain too much. That is literally all down to me and the reason I went down there. So what I'm going to do is buy Jug straight away, because Jug is definitely going to be the most important thing that I do need here. Like I said, Speed Cola really wouldn't go and miss with this gun. It is something that probably does need to be improved, is the reload speed, because it just doesn't seem to reload fast enough for this gun, which is okay. It's not the end of the world. We do have 100 round mags in it, so it's not like we're going to run out of bullets ridiculously fast. But one thing I'm noticing is if there are a few zombies around, you are going to be in a bit of a sticky situation because of the zombies that are around. So I'm going to throw that down, and I'm going to try and buy ourselves stamina up here. Where is stamina? We'll get stamina up there. Not too bad. We're sort of good in a good position again for our perks, which is okay. It doesn't stress me out too much. Yeah, overall, I'm actually very, very impressed with this gun. Like, it does melt through zombies really, really fast, and it also goes through the bosses nice and quickly. You saw that Mega Abomination. I really wasn't struggling to take it down. I just unfortunately played it a little badly, forgot I didn't have a self-revive, because normally in that situation, I'd have just firmed the fact I was about to go down, popped my self-revive, and then dipped out. I mean, we've got a Disciple coming up the stairs here. Let's see what sort of damage we can do to a Disciple. I know my teammates are spraying at it, but it's going to do really, really nice damage. Get through that Disciple nice and quickly, no problem whatsoever. It's just a ridiculously strong gun. Like, I think if you guys haven't tried the MTZ out, it's one that you definitely do need to try, because it is a very, very solid gun. Like, as you can see, it just goes through the zombies with no problem. It is a ridiculously strong gun. I was kind of hoping some of my teammates might drop me some cash, simply because I could then go ahead and just buy myself some perks. But we're going to be okay. We're not going to struggle too much. It is not going to be too much of a problem, especially with this MTZ. Now we've got a full team that know what they're doing. Got a Mimic in front of us. We should be able to, I was going to say, melt through that pretty quickly, but our teammates and just changed it into our own, so it is what it is. Kind of hoping I was taking that Mimic down to go towards the rewards for the event, but it's okay. It's not going to be too much of a problem at all. Another Mega Abomination in front of us. I just got yeeted out of the way of that one. Got a Mimic here. Let's see how quickly we can take these out. Oh, there's 2 Mimics on us right now. Take that one out, no problem at all. Throw that down, because I'm going to go down again here. Like I said, the problem with this gun is the reload speed. I did say that that was going to be a bit of an issue for any of you guys that are using this gun. Speed cola is pretty much a must on this gun. Like, you do definitely need speed cola. You just saw there was a situation I nearly went down very, very quickly. And that was all down to the fact I didn't have any ammo within my gun, and we just was running out ridiculously fast. So we've got Mega Abomination here. Looks like it's going to... If I can just get some crit shots on its mouth, it's not going to be too much of a problem. This should finish it off nice and quickly, just like that. Critical shots, head's gone. Wait, no, that didn't take down the Mega Abomination. Okay. Let me just throw that down. Okay, Mega Abomination's down. They're going to take all the cash. It is what it is. It's not the end of the world. And now we've got a HVT/bounty, whatever you do want to call it, in the tier 3 zone, so we can really test the gun against a high value target. We know it's going to do good damage. It melted those Mega Abominations that we fought pretty quickly, so a Mangler as a bounty really shouldn't be too much of a problem for this gun. It should get through them nice and quickly. But I can really see why you guys were recommending me to try this gun out. Like, I can see why I got so many comments on that video of people saying, Harry, you need to try the MTZ out. Like, I understand why you guys said that now. It is ridiculously strong at basically everything within the game. There's nothing it seems to be bad at so far. Haven't found a situation where it is bad. Like I said, the only thing that needs improving is the reload speed. But you can quite easily fix that with speed cola within this game. Like, it's really not going to be too much of a problem. But against the Mangler, we should be able to do a nice amount of damage to it. Just pure headshots. Take it down with no problem whatsoever. It's a really fast way to take down that Mangler there. It did not struggle in any sort of situation. So if you guys are looking for a new gun to go out and try that you haven't maybe tried out for a while or you've not used at all, this MTZ is going to be the one for you. Honestly, ridiculously powerful gun. Super fast time to kill on all the zombies and all the bosses. Like, it doesn't struggle. There is no way that this gun struggles. I haven't found a single situation where it struggles. I've not felt like I'm going to go down at all unless I was doing what I'd done, where I was in a situation what I would normally do is just firm the fact I'm going to go down, get the Mega Abomination to one shot. But unfortunately, I did go down and didn't have a self-revive, so that is all down to me. So what I'm going to do is wait around and see if anyone goes into the Dark Aether zone. If they do, brilliant. Then I'm going to go ahead and jump in there with them. If not, then there won't be too much more you probably see unless I start getting to another big boss fight like a Mega Abomination or something like that again. Okay, guys, we're actually going into the Dark Aether zone as well, so we'll get a good feel for what this gun's going to be like in there too. Okay, so straight into the Dark Aether. We really shouldn't struggle in this zone, I'm not going to lie. Like, the Dark Aether is a little bit more difficult now, but again, this just really shouldn't struggle too much. But as you can see, even against these armored zombies, it's not going to take long to get them out of the game there at all. It's going to be nice and quick. Really shouldn't take too long. Mega Abominations on us. We're going to fly through this with no problem. That guy should get that contract nice and quickly, actually. So we should be in a pretty good position to start the first contract up. I need to be a little bit careful. I've got a few self-revives. I did go and buy some, hoping we was going to come into here. And luckily I did buy them, because it looks like we might end up needing 1 or 2 of them, because there's a lot going on in the Dark Aether zones nowadays. Like I said, it has been slightly increased on the difficulty. Nothing too crazy. It's still pretty simple to get through, especially when you've got a gun like the MTZ, which is just a super powerful gun. Also, if anyone knows why my game is doing this when I'm in the Dark Aether zone, would you please be able to let me know? Like, my map just disappears, which isn't the most ideal situation when you're in a pretty difficult zone. So if anyone knows why my game does that, it'd be greatly appreciated if you could tell me in the comments. But again, this should get done nice and quickly. Disciple down. Disciple 2 should be going down pretty quickly here. Oh, I've gone down instead. But that should be the first contract done without too many problems for the Dark Aether Zone. And again, the MTZ is absolutely flying its way through these zombies with no problems. I just need to start playing a little bit smarter and putting self-revives and putting plates and stuff on. I'm just running around with no plates the whole time, which is a little bit stupid. I'm going to be totally honest. It is a little bit stupid from me. We are going to get the gold plates, which is definitely going to help. And then we will take that as well. That is for sure nice. That's not a bad way to start this game off. We can go start another one of the contracts now as well, which is exactly where I'm going to go. So we can now start the Outlast contract, which again is one of the easiest contracts in the Dark Aether Zone. If you're struggling with any of the contracts, you just want to do one, come and do this Outlast contract. It is so easy how you can run around this certain area. Run up the stairs, off the balcony. Super easy to do. Like, you just need to run around like this. It is simply this easy. Just jump up there. You can then jump across here, back up the stairs again, come all the way around. That was not a good way of showing you because there's a lot of people around. So when there's a load of people, the method sort of goes out the window a little bit because everyone's trying to do the same method, which actually makes it a lot more difficult than you would think to be able to do this method. But again, the MTZ just doing its thing, flying through the zombies. Anytime a zombie comes through, like, you can see the sort of damage it's doing. Even though this is a Dark Aether Zone, it still just melts for everything with no real problem. I don't know the fact that Mega Abomination is rolling up to this. You know, not usually what happens when you're doing an Outlast contract. So we'll see how this goes down. It'd be very interesting to see if this Mega Abomination can get up here or not. Which it doesn't actually... Oh, no, it can get up here. So we should be safe. I don't know if it... Oh, no, it can come in the Outlast room, which isn't exactly what you normally would want to see. You wouldn't normally want to see a Mega Abomination coming into this Dark Aether Zone or the Outlast Zone. But, you know, we should be okay. We should be able to get through it pretty quickly still. We can just throw our Aether blades around. We've got the MTZ. As soon as that starts opening its mouth, we know we're going to take it down quickly. It's just a case of if it's going to start opening its mouth, which is here. It's where it's going to do it. There we go. We should be able to get at least one head pop there. Perfect. Lot of zombies around here. It's actually kind of hectic in here right now. I'm not going to lie. It is a very hectic Outlast Zone. So we do need to need that to finish. I'm cornered. I am cornered. I'm cornered. Okay, not ideal. I got stuck in the corner. So far, though, we've actually got some really nice loot. We've got the Aether blade case. We've got the gold armor plate ×2. We've got a dog bone. Really nice loot coming out of this, to be honest. It's really been a good Dark Aether run so far. Let's hope the last contract we can carry on and keep the same momentum going. So I'm just going to run up and start this last contract because it should just be just over in this corner where they always spawn. They always spawn in the same place. For any of you guys that don't know and you're wondering where they are, they always spawn in the exact same place. This one should be down here. If we look just there, there it is. Perfect. We'll grab that. We'll do the escort contract, and that will be the last one that we do have to do within the Dark Aether Zone. Sentry gun on top of the ACV makes it super overpowered. If you've not been running this strap whilst doing the escort missions, I recommend you try it out because it's actually a very useful one. Just go ahead, get yourself a sentry gun if you've got one, stick it on top of the thing while you're running around, and it's honestly going to kill a lot of the zombies that do come near you. It's going to really help keep that damage up, or the vehicle health up when you are trying to run this mission. As you can see, this MTZ is just really holding its own in this zone. Like, it's not struggling at any point. Again, the times I've been going down are simply just from me playing badly, which is okay. Like, I'm not out claiming to be the best zombies player in the world. I do make some silly mistakes when playing zombies, and it happens, you know. I'm sure a lot of you guys do the exact same sort of stuff as me. You go down in situations where you probably shouldn't have gone down, but, you know, you do go down. Mega Abomination right in front of us. Not quite what I had in mind for this. I think I'm glitched in the H... Okay, I'm getting actually glitched around the map right now, which isn't ideal. There's another Mega Abomination. There is quite a few Mega Abominations running up on us here, and I don't really like it. I'm not going to lie. It's a bit difficult to try and do these contracts. It's not making it the easiest thing to do in the world. But even against the Manglers, like, you can see just how good it is at taking down these bosses. It doesn't struggle at all. It really does do some good damage. I need to be careful of the actual thing here, because if it stops for too long, it's going to take a lot of damage, which is not ideal. Get us full power, so if anyone goes down, someone should be able to get a res off nice and quickly. Again, we should be able to get through this bit. Unfortunately, not too many of my teammates are here to help me, so this vehicle health could start depleting quite quickly if we're not too careful here, which is a very big problem with these escort missions, which is probably why it's the hardest one to do out of all the contracts in the Dark Aether Zone, because you can lose that vehicle health ridiculously fast if there's not a fair few people around. But yeah, when people were telling me that the Dark Aether Zone's got a little bit more difficult, I can see why they're saying it. Like, there is a lot going on in these Dark Aether Zones. You've seen how many Mega Abominations were rolling up. Try and get rid of that Disciple quickly if I can. That one shouldn't be doing too much damage to me. The Disciple is on basically no health. We'll throw that around. Yeah, we're in a good spot now. We should be looking okay to get this ACV mission finished, or HCV mission, whatever it is. No, it is ACV. I was correct in the first place. Mimic should get dropped. Shouldn't be too bad. That Mimic's going to throw us backwards. We'll stay up with the ACV so we don't lose it. As you can see, these Mega Abominations are still following. They are still chasing along, trying to get in. Oh, wow. That one's just blocked off my vision from the other one. I'm going to end up going down here because that one blocked it. It just saved its own mate. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go down. I'm going to go down. Perfect. I'll pop that down so the ACV health doesn't go down too much. I'm going to throw a decoy low-key to see if we can keep them away from the actual thing for just a moment. But as you can see, again, the MTZ really does do good damage. It's a very, very powerful gun against these zombies. It doesn't struggle too much. I am out of ammo, which is a bit of an L. I'm not going to lie. That's a little bit of a problem whilst you're trying to do this mission. If someone grabs that insta-kill, that should really help take down. There we go. Final contract was now completed. We've got another dog bone, which we will chuck on instead of that. And then we've got another Aether blade case, which is so useful. That's one of my favorite things to have in this game. It saves you from so many different situations. But yeah, guys, that's going to probably be the end of today's video. That was the MTZ in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Ridiculously powerful gun. Let me guys know your thoughts on the MTZ in the comments below. Do you think it's a good gun or do you not think it's that powerful? Let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys watching the end. If you have enjoyed today's video, please be sure to smash a thumbs up, as it helps me out way more than you can imagine. Also, if you have enjoyed today's video, go and check out some more videos on the channel because I think you guys will really enjoy those as well. And if you have enjoyed it that much, then please be sure to subscribe with notifications turned on to miss any more times that the videos do go live. I appreciate you guys watching all the way to the end. Have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next one in a bit. Peace.